as a result of stress, but what it also does is helps our body feed our cells through what they call gluconeogenesis. And cortisol is what they call a glucocorticoid. Everyone say that 50 times real quick. But it's a fancy way of saying, as I mentioned, breaking down glucose into the blood. Now, anybody know what glucose is? Anybody remember what glucose is? It's biology 101, right? When we eat food, it has glucose in it. Glucose is sugar. And in our body, we need sugar to make energy for our cells. Everybody remember the Krebs cycle? Krebs cycle, glucose goes into that, produces ATP rather, and that gives us the energy that we need. Well, cortisol is, when we're under stress, the body breaks down that glucose and it feeds our cells. But when cortisol is too low or too high, it inhibits our body's ability to break down that fat to feed our body. Everyone kind of following me right now? I'm kind of talking a lot of science here, but I wanted you guys to understand the importance of cortisol and why it's going to be important to know that to break down that fat. So when we eat food and sugar, our body has to do something with that. First of all, it feeds our body. Okay, so we eat, glucose goes in our bloodstream, and it feeds our body. Now, after it feeds our body, it's got to do something with that glucose out of our bloodstream. Because if it doesn't leave our bloodstream, what happens to us? Strokes. Diabetes, right? Diabetes is too much blood or too much glucose in our blood. So it has to pull it out, and the body has three options on where to put that glucose. Okay. So the first place it likes to put it is our liver. Okay. We were designed to put it in our liver because the liver then feeds the rest of the body when we're not eating. Okay. The second thing the body has to do is, after it fills the liver up, it puts it in our musculoskeletal system, in our muscles, okay? When we contract, when we breathe, when we walk around, our body uses energy, and so it has to put it in there. And then lastly, anyone want to take a guess where they store the rest of the glucose? Fat, right? It goes into fat. So, again, we eat, the body uses what it needs, puts some in liver, puts some in muscle, the rest goes in fat. Okay? Makes sense to everybody?